Broadcasting from Mabula, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show. LTL Editorial News for July 31st, 2009. We'll continue with the headlines. The top headlines is Iran. Is the Supreme Leader having a beef with the Iran President, Ahmadinejad? He's ready to be sworn in, reportedly tomorrow, but is he having beef? I know the Iran president said, we straight, we got everything straight, we all straight. Yeah, sure. You do say all these things. Like you said that your father-in-law is going to be vice president. Yeah, we'd like to see all that happen tomorrow, because well, there's thousands of people who, you already got them hand-tied for agreeing you to be elected. You're going to have thousands of protesters over at the other side in Tehran University. Not only they're going to be mourning the death of Nelda, but they're going to be up and riled up. Look out. It's coming. Tomorrow. Might be pay-per-view. That'll be a good one. Yeah, a clash of Iran with the protesters and Ahmadinejad's people. Well, moving on. In Iraq, in Basra, that is, are there insurgents ready? Are they testing out the Iraqi Force? Here they are, U.S. troops are withdrawing, and the last of the British army and soldiers, they pulled out, and through the celebration of the insurgents, what they did was had a series of multiple bombings in 5 Shiite mosques on a Friday prayer. Just when they got out, they wanted to celebrate British for leaving with 5 multiple car bombings, suicide, and they just let it all out, killing 30 and wounding 130. They may have to end up coming back maybe in 2011 along with the U.S. That's why the business card of Mr. Robert Gates is available for you. Iraq, and I know the Iraqi leaders of their army is waiting for that to see what happens, so they could give Robert Gates, the Secretary of Defense, a call. Moving on, war in Afghanistan. Well, the percentage show of the causes of death on civilians, they reportedly said up to 60% of the death was due to suicide bombings, IEDs, explosive devices, and bombings and attack. But they said 30% was due to the airstrikes of the U.S. and the Allied coalition. So that means here's the insurgents or the Taliban. They like to hide with civilians, and the civilians don't have nothing to say. They scared to death. So they said, "You better shut up, or I kill you all." And so they're going to get killed either way. You might as well mouth off civilians, say, "They in there, they're the one that hurts me, they are going to kill," and just run. So the U.S. coalition group could just go ahead and do airstrikes. Right now they're gun shy now. To say, let's check and see if is it insurgents or civilians. Let's check. What are you gonna give them? a ID card to let them know that are they the insurgents, the bad guys, or the good guys? Maybe put a chip in them. Don't mean to say that. And then have a detector say, dee, 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 and it's bad. Get him. But anyway, moving on. You know, the plot is thinking for the Michael Jackson investigation. Reportedly, or I got other sources that during his death, or before his death, Michael Jackson was staying at Dr. Conrad Murray's bedroom, not his own bedroom, but in his bedroom. And reportedly, they said that he administered Diprovan 24 hours within his practice concert. So you know what that means? They trying to frame him for manslaughter, but really, what do he has to gain? Really, the ones who has to gain is your beloved creditors, because once Michael Jackson died, the sales went up over 600%, and they making money. The concert, you know, it didn't do too well. You know, they were about to start it, but they couldn't do it. So anyway, it's just like the creditors are really getting the most gain. Maybe they are the ones that caused Michael Jackson to take Diprovan because he's couldn't go to sleep, worried that the creditors might just take more money from him. And he can't give money to his ex-wife, Debbie Rowe. Oh well. But anyway, you know, in the India, they got baby droppings. I guess Michael Jackson, if Michael Jackson wanted to back in the days, instead of trying to put that baby outside the window, outside the balcony, he could have just done it in India and just let it drop. They'll be encouraging. It wouldn't be no problem then, back then. And it would have been one of his sons, of course. But what happened is the baby droppings in India, they say when they want to see if they live a long lasting life, and if the baby lands on the mattress, it's good luck. That means they're going to live a long life. What happened if the baby didn't land right, got his neck broke, dead? What do? Bad luck. Didn't live too long. Oh yeah, I'd like to see the police looking in on that. But anyway, finally, the beer summit at the White House. Oh, that was wonderful to have Henry Louis Gates and the arresting officer, Sergeant Crowley, drinking beer with the president. You know, they talking about having a drink or two of beer while talking about it. You know, to have a beer or two is one thing. You know, you need a six-pack. You know, 6 beers apiece. You know, and really, if you really want to get over things, get the strongest beer. That's a malt liquor beer, and I tell you, you forget everything. They'll come out buddy. Hey, but I know for me and this guy who I'm on this weekend, that's Anderson Cooper, because of that incomplete story of Obama in Ghana. What about Goree Island? We are at ends. Maybe you should invite us to the White House and give us a couple of beers. You know, Hillary could come along, and also that Swiss representative. You know, they was coming in to the office, to the podium, talking like they are making an agreement. Yeah, a couple of drinks will do it. Good beer will do it. But anyway, LTL Editorial News for July 31st, 2009. I am just sounding.